So Netanyahu is facing immense pressure from both the far-right factions of his governing coalition and international actors, of course, especially the new US president. How do you think he's going to navigate this situation while trying to maintain both his political survival and also the relations with his global partners?
Well, thank you, Mark, for having me. It seems that Netanyahu is in quite the predicament at the moment. He was rather unpleasantly surprised by his longtime ally and friend, President Trump. He thought that he would receive a blank check from the Trump administration, and it turned out that they actually managed, before even assuming office, to exert way more pressure on him than the Biden administration, which had a very rocky relationship with him, ever managed to do over the 15-month onslaught, or rather genocidal war on Gaza. So now he was placed in this predicament where he was basically cornered by Witkoff, Trump's envoy, into accepting this agreement, which basically is a testament of Israel's failure to achieve its announced goals of dismantling Hamas's government inside the Gaza Strip and liberating the detainees through military pressure. Now they have to do it within the framework of an agreement that was proposed by Egypt and then reproposed by the Biden administration, and now again proposed and imposed by the Trump administration. On the other hand, the right-wing factions, ultra-right-wing factions of his government, are very angry due Netanyahu's submission to such U.S. pressures. However, this is what we know. On the other hand, there might be certain guarantees and promises and pledges that were given by the Trump administration to Netanyahu in exchange for accepting this agreement, including that this will not be a permanent arrangement. And Netanyahu publicly said that. And today, the New York Times report sent alarming bells. But we expected that Netanyahu might be, and his government might be, willing to resume hostilities after the first phase of the agreement ends, and securing the release of 30 hostages or detainees, and also with the escalation of the West Bank amid complete U.S. silence with what's going on in Jenin. However, I think that Netanyahu is not out of the bottleneck yet. Still, he has to prove to his right-wing elements and support base that he is willing to resume escalation later on. And it's not clear whether the Trump administration will be on board with reigniting the war in Gaza once again, Mark.